TSA banned and confiscates these items from carry-ons in 2025. You think you know the TSA rules by heart. Shoes in the bin, laptop out, toiletries crammed into a clear bag. So why are thousands of experienced travelers suddenly getting stopped at security in 2025? They're missing flights, losing property, and walking away furious. We're talking about common items you've probably flown with a dozen times that are now being confiscated. Stick around because we are breaking down the updated list of what the TSA is banning from carry-ons this year. We'll cover the rules you think you know, the new restrictions, and the items that will absolutely get your bag pulled for a manual search. This is the one video you need to watch before you zip that suitcase shut. Let's start with the rule everyone loves to hate: liquids. For years, the 311 rule has been drilled into our heads. Liquids, gels, and aerosols in 3.4-ounce containers or smaller, all fitting in one quart-sized bag. Simple, right? Mostly. But here's the 2025 twist. Major U.S. airports are rolling out advanced CT scanners, giving agents a 3D view of your bag. At these airports, the TSA is relaxing the 311 rule for things like breast milk, baby formula, and liquid medications. The problem? Not every airport has them. The rules at JFK might be completely different from a smaller regional airport. This inconsistency is causing confusion. Our advice: unless you know for a fact your airport has the new scanners, stick to the classic 311 rule. Now, let's talk powders. In 2025, scrutiny is at an all-time high. Any powder-like substance in a container larger than 12 ounces, about the size of a soda can, will likely get your bag flagged for extra screening. This includes protein powder, baby powder, makeup, and spices. Why? Some powders can mimic explosives on an X-ray. That large tub of protein powder isn't banned, but expect your bag to be pulled aside. To save yourself the hassle, keep powders under the 12-ounce limit, or pack them in your checked luggage. This crackdown extends to food. The TSA is very strict with anything spreadable or scoopable. Peanut butter, hummus, jam, and soft cheese are all considered liquids and must follow the 311 rule. If that jar of peanut butter is over 3.4 ounces, it's not making it through in your carry-on. They're also taking a harder line on canned goods with liquid, like tuna or soups, which are frequently confiscated. Next up is the stuff that should be a no-brainer but still causes thousands of security stops: firearms, weapons, and sharp objects. Let me be crystal clear. Firearms are absolutely forbidden in your carry-on. This includes pistols, rifles, BB guns, and any gun parts. If you must fly with a firearm, it has to be in a locked, hard-sided case in your checked baggage, and you must declare it with the airline at check-in. Here's where it gets tricky for families. The ban includes anything that looks like a real weapon. That means toy guns, water pistols, and plastic swords are banned from your carry-on. A realistic lightsaber or your kid's foam sword could cause a major delay and will be confiscated. The reason is simple. In a high-stress moment, agents don't have time to determine if a weapon is real or fake. To avoid panic, they're all banned. The rules for sharp objects are just as strict. All knives, except for plastic or round-bladed butter knives, are banned from carry-ons. This includes pocket knives, multi-tools with blades, box cutters, and ice picks. They must go in your checked luggage, preferably sheathed. Scissors are okay in a carry-on, but only if the blades are shorter than 4 inches from the pivot point. As for razors, disposables are fine, but safety razors with removable blades and the loose blades themselves are forbidden. Finally, self-defense items create huge problems. Pepper spray and mace are not allowed in the cabin. You might be able to pack one small canister in your checked bag, but only if it has a safety mechanism. Stun guns, tasers, and brass knuckles are banned from the plane entirely, both carry-on and checked. This next category covers flammables and explosives, where the TSA has a zero-tolerance policy. You'd be surprised how many people get caught. When you hear flammable liquids, don't just think of gasoline. The list is much longer and includes lighter fluid, butane for curling irons, and camping fuel. None are allowed in your carry-on or checked bags. Fireworks are another absolute no year-round. This isn't just for large rockets. It includes seemingly harmless items like party poppers and bang snaps. They are a serious fire hazard and forbidden in any luggage. What about lighters? You can bring one standard lighter on your person or in your carry-on. However, you cannot pack any lighters in your checked baggage, and strike anywhere matches, completely forbidden from the airport. Here's one that catches souvenir hunters: high-proof alcohol. While 311 compliant liquor bottles are fine in your carry-on, any alcohol over 140 proof 70% alcohol by volume, is completely banned. This includes certain rums and grain alcohols. They're extremely flammable and considered hazardous material. Before you buy that potent bottle of local spirits, check the label. Aerosols are another point of confusion. A travel-sized deodorant or hairspray is fine if it's under 3.4 ounces and in your liquids bag. However, large, full-sized aerosol cans are banned from carry-ons, and certain types like spray paint, cooking spray, or bug spray are banned from the plane entirely. For hikers and campers, the most important one to remember is bear spray. It is a powerful irritant and absolutely forbidden in both carry-on and checked luggage. An accidental discharge in the cabin would be catastrophic. Pay close attention. If you remember only one thing from this video, this is it. The rules around electronics, specifically batteries, have seen the biggest and most strictly enforced change in 2025. Ignoring this won't just cost you a device, it could lead to serious fines. Here's the new golden rule. Spare lithium-ion and lithium metal batteries are completely banned from checked luggage. I'll say it again. Any spare battery, including power banks, phone charging cases, and extra camera or laptop batteries, must be in your carry-on. You cannot toss your power bank into your checked suitcase. Why the drastic change? Fire risk. There's been a terrifying increase in incidents where lithium batteries overheat and catch fire. If a battery goes into thermal runaway in the cabin, the crew is trained to extinguish it. If it happens in the cargo hold, it could be catastrophic. TSA agents and airlines are enforcing this with zero tolerance. If they spot a power bank or spare battery in your checked bag, they will confiscate it. This also applies if you have to gate check your carry-on. Agents will instruct you to remove all spare lithium batteries and power banks and take them into the cabin with you. There are also size limits. Most personal devices are under the 100 watt-hour limit per battery. You can bring up to 2 larger batteries between 101 and 160 watt-hours, but you must get airline approval first. Anything over 160 watt-hours is banned from the aircraft entirely. This rule has caught so many travelers off guard, who are now losing expensive power banks and chargers. Before you fly, double-check your luggage. Every single spare rechargeable lithium battery must go in your carry-on, no exceptions. One more surprising note. Some airlines, particularly in Asia, have started banning the use of power banks during flight due to fire incidents. This isn't a TSA rule, but it's a trend you need to be aware of. Always check your specific airline's policy. Now for the items that make you say, you can't be serious. This list proves you should never assume anything at airport security. First, a new rule for 2025, reusable water bottles. They must be empty, but TSA now flags bottles with hidden compartments, fearing they could hide prohibited items. Stick to a simple, clear bottle. A classic that gets people, the Magic 8-Ball. It's banned from carry-ons because it's full of liquid, exceeding the 3.4-ounce limit. The same goes for most snow globes, so check them. Realistic toy weapons are also an issue. High-quality lightsaber replicas have been confiscated because if it can be mistaken for a real weapon, it can't be in the cabin. Gel candles and heating pads are also tricky. The gel counts as a liquid, so if over 3.4 ounces, it must be checked. And the strangest, fertilizer is banned from all luggage. Some contains ammonium nitrate, a potential ingredient in explosives, showing how TSA must consider every threat. So, what's the weirdest item the TSA has ever taken from you? Drop your story in the comments to help our community learn. Navigating airport security in 2025 doesn't have to be a nightmare. Just remember the 3 biggest rules. First, the 311 liquids rule is still king, and any powders over 12 ounces should be checked. Second, if it even remotely looks like a weapon, leave it out of your carry-on. And third, the most critical rule, all spare lithium batteries and power banks must go in the cabin with you. When in doubt, check the official What Can I Bring tool on the TSA's website, as the final decision always rests with the agent at the checkpoint. If this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more travel tips that will save you time, money, and headaches. Thanks for watching, and fly safe.